You already know what it feels like to walk into a room and go unnoticed. You've watched other women, not necessarily prettier, not necessarily better dressed, pull every eye in the place, effortlessly, like gravity just bends toward them. And you've stood there wondering what they have that you don't. I know that feeling, and I want you to know something right now before we go any further. It's not what you think it is. It's not the body, it's not the hair, it's not even the clothes. What I'm about to tell you has been understood for thousands of years, buried in how empires were built, how power was held, how certain people commanded rooms without saying a single word. This isn't tips from a magazine. This is something far older, far more real. And once you understand it, you can't go back to seeing yourself the way you did before. First, let me show you what they never taught you. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud. Men don't stare at women because of what they look like. They stare because of what they feel when they look. Think about that for a second. That distinction matters more than anything else I'll say today. Principle 1. Biology doesn't care about your insecurities. The male brain, and I mean this in the most grounded biological sense, is wired to scan constantly. It's not disrespectful, it's ancient. Men are hardwired to notice movement, symmetry, warmth, and health. These aren't modern beauty standards, they are millions of years old. Here's what stings. Most women spend their energy trying to look perfect for a system they don't understand. They contour their faces for a brain that's actually looking for aliveness, bright eyes, fluid movement, the subtle signals that say, this person is well. Perfection doesn't trigger that. Vitality does. You've been optimizing for the wrong thing. Principle 2. Symmetry is real, but it's not the whole story. Studies on facial symmetry and attraction are real. Yes, the brain registers symmetrical faces faster. Yes, there's a measurable biological pull towards certain proportions. That's true, and I won't pretend otherwise. But here's what those studies don't tell you. The duration of a stare, how long someone keeps looking, has almost nothing to do with symmetry. It has everything to do with signal. A woman who moves with ease, who holds her own space, who doesn't shrink when eyes land on her, she holds attention. The symmetrical woman who folds her arms and looks at her phone, she gets a glance, one glance, and then she's forgotten. You are not competing with other women's faces. You are competing with your own presence. Say this with me. I don't need to be perfect. I need to be alive. But here's where it gets worse. Because what I just told you about biology, that's only the surface. Underneath it, there's something far more powerful at work, and most women are actively working against it without even knowing it. Everything you've been told about what attracts attention is backwards. You've been told to be more put together, more polished, more available, more impressive. Wrong. Completely wrong. Principle 3. Effort that shows repels. Here's the contradiction that will rearrange how you think about all of this. The human brain, male or female, is drawn to things that appear effortless, not because effort isn't admirable, but because visible effort signals need, and need signals insecurity. When a woman walks in looking like she spent 3 hours getting ready, and it shows, the male brain reads it as she needs this to work. She needs to be seen. She needs validation. And nothing deflates attraction faster than obvious need. The women who command rooms, they look like they got ready in 20 minutes and would be fine either way. That ease isn't accidental. It's the most powerful signal there is. It says, I'm not here for your approval. And that is what makes people lean in. Principle 4. Eye contact isn't about looking. It's about holding. You've probably heard, make eye contact. Find advice. Incomplete advice. What nobody tells you is that it's not the looking that creates attraction. It's the not looking away. Most people break eye contact too quickly. They glance, then drop. Why? Because holding someone's gaze feels vulnerable, exposed, a little dangerous. That feeling of danger? That slight edge of tension? That is the attraction. The woman who holds your gaze one beat longer than expected, not creepy, not aggressive, just one breath longer. She creates something in the room, a question, an unresolved moment, and the male brain cannot leave an unresolved moment alone. Stop. Everything I just said? That's only half true, because the eye contact, the effortlessness, the presence, none of it works if the most important thing is missing, and most women don't even know they're missing it. Repeat after me. My attention is the prize, not my appearance. And once you see what comes next, you can't unsee it. Here's what actually works, and here's why. Principle 5. Confidence isn't how you feel, it's how you move. Real confidence, the kind that stops people mid-sentence, is physical before it's psychological. It's in the pace of your walk, the stillness of your hands, the way you don't rush to fill silence. Anxious people move fast, they fidget, they explain themselves before anyone asked. Confident people move like they have time, like the world can wait one more second. You don't have to feel confident to move confidently. Start with the body. The mind follows, always. Principle 6. Warmth is more magnetic than beauty. Here's the thing about charisma that most people get wrong. They think it's about being impressive. It's not. The most magnetic people in any room make you feel interesting. They ask real questions. They laugh with their whole face. They respond like what you said actually mattered. That warmth, genuine, unhurried warmth, is biologically disarming. It lowers defenses. It creates safety. And in a world where most people are performing, someone who's actually present is extraordinary. Men don't just stare at beautiful women, they stare at women who make them feel seen. There's a reason certain women have people orbiting them for decades. It's not their cheekbones. It's that when you talk to them, you feel like the most interesting person in the room. Principle 7. Mystery isn't silence, it's selectivity. Don't say everything. Don't explain everything. Don't justify everything. Leave space. The women who hold lasting attention are not the ones who gave the most information. They're the ones who left the most questions unanswered. Not manipulatively, naturally, because they're genuinely selective about what they share and with whom. Full disclosure on first meeting, attention leaves. Selective disclosure, curiosity stays. And curiosity is just attraction that hasn't committed yet. Principle 8. Your body language speaks before you do. Open posture, weight evenly distributed, no crossed arms, no hunched shoulders, no apologetic smallness. Take up the space you're entitled to take up. Here's what that communicates on a level beneath words. I belong here. I'm not a threat, and I don't feel threatened. I'm at ease in my own existence. That is profoundly attractive, because ease is rare. Most people are quietly anxious most of the time. Someone who isn't, you notice them. Principle 9. Novelty triggers attention. Authenticity holds it. Yes, something unexpected catches the eye. An unusual color, a laugh that doesn't match the face, a surprising opinion stated without apology. Novelty creates the first look. But here's what people don't say. Novelty wears off in about 90 seconds. What keeps someone watching is authenticity, the sense that this person is real, that what you see has substance behind it. Be surprising, then be true, in that order. Principle 10. Context is everything, and most women ignore it. The same woman in two different contexts gets two entirely different responses, not because she changed, because the room changed. Understanding your context means understanding the energy of the space you're in. High-energy rooms reward expressiveness. Quieter settings reward depth and stillness. The woman who reads the room and matches its real frequency, not its surface noise, becomes the most interesting person there. Adaptability isn't fakeness, it's intelligence. And intelligence, expressed naturally, is one of the most quietly powerful things a person can project. You came into this feeling invisible, or second best, or like the rules of attraction were written for someone else. Now you see the truth. Attention isn't given to the most beautiful woman in the room. It's held by the one who is most present, most alive, most herself, without apology and without effort that begs to be noticed. That woman can be you. Starting now. Starting with how you walk through the next door you open. If something in this shifted something in you, if you felt even one moment of recognition, don't let it sit here alone. Share this with a woman who needs to hear it. Like it if it landed. Subscribe because there's more that nobody's saying out loud. And remember this. The most powerful thing you will ever wear is the quiet certainty that you don't need anyone's eyes to confirm your worth. And that certainty, more than anything else, is exactly what makes them look.